Hi there, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today, I thought I would give you kind of my 5 easy reaches for this particular time of the year. So right now, we are supposedly headed into spring, and sometimes we get above 20, like 21. But lately it's been like dipping down into the zero, so it's this huge temperature fluctuation, and right now it's like really cold. We've sometimes had snow, sometimes it's hot, like you just don't know where you're going. So these are 5 perfumes that I feel like fit any sort of climate or any sort of temperature change, and they're just the ones that for whatever reason I'm gravitating towards right now. And I just, like, if I don't really know what to wear, or if I'm just, you know, at home or whatever, I'll reach for these ones if I don't really want to think about what I want to put on. So, yeah. Are you ready? Should we get started? Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. I would love for you to join the Weird and Wonderful family. And on that note, I want to say thank you to one of my subscribers. Her comment was the WWF exclamation mark, and I'm like, the WWF, like what is the WWF? And I know, like, the World Wildlife Foundation, the World Wrestling Foundation, but I'm like, WWF? So I put, what do you mean? Because I thought, like, is it some acronym I'm unfamiliar with? Because, like, things like, you know, LOL, different things like that, sometimes I'm out of the loop. So anyway, she writes back, thankfully, thank you for writing back, and she said the Weird and Wonderful family, and I'm like, yay, we're the WWF. So yeah, welcome to the WWF. No, just, I don't know why, but it just kind of made my day, and me and the family were talking about it. So thank you for like extrapolating to WWF. I love it. It's very me. Yes. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with one. I've got a couple in here that are a little bit polarizing. But again, this is about the ones that I really love. What I want to recommend is don't ever blind buy. Like, you know, if at all possible, try sniff these perfumes before purchasing. I really try to be careful. There's some where you can't sniff, and I think it's worth the risk. After I've done some research, I'll take the chance, but I really don't like doing that, because if I don't like it, then I got to sell it. So this is one that is definitely not blind buy worthy. A lot of times people either love it or they absolutely hate it, and it's Jasmine Wisp by Rasasi. Now this one is relatively affordable. Like I think this was about 70 something Canadian, so relatively affordable, but still not cheap, right? So this one, I think the reason why it's a bit polarizing is it's very in-your-face, bold, quite strong. So for some people, and there's also kind of a scratchy, prickly element to this perfume that at first I'm like when I first sniffed it, I thought, wow, this is amazing. And then I tried it and I thought, ugh, I just don't like that scratchy component. For whatever reason, I've gotten over not liking that, and I just love it. I kind of crave it for whatever reason. It just smells, it just kind of makes my mouth water. There's a bit of tang to it that I just kind of crave for whatever reasons. This one opens with mandarin orange, lemon, and grapefruit. And I definitely get a little bit of that. Like, there's a bit of a citrus, but it reminds me more of a sweet citrus. So it's not like, it is tart, but it's sweet at the same time, almost like a lemonade. Like that kind of bright tart but sweet is what I get in the opening. But I'm not picking out like, oh, this is definitely lemon. It's just a citrus. And so then in the mid, you get passion fruit, white florals, pear, coconut, and peach. And I definitely notice the passion fruit. So I get the passion fruit. I get a hint of coconut. I wish the coconut came out more, but I definitely get that coconut. So overall, what I find is this is kind of a passion fruity coconut fragrance is what I get primarily. In the base, you get vanilla, amber, and tonka. And I don't really, like, I definitely notice a bit of that vanilla, maybe a little amber, but it's just kind of a warm sweetness that you're left with. So overall, I find this to be fairly linear. That peach, or the passion fruit, definitely stays big time. And what I did the other day, I doused myself in this. So like I went ham, and normally like I'm kind of timid when it comes to the sprays. I did like 3 down my arm and like I went crazy. So I had one person comment, "Oh, you're gonna get totally choked out." I didn't find it too bad at all. Maybe everyone around me was getting choked out, but it was only my son and husband, and they didn't comment, so it couldn't have been that bad. But it was powerful, did notice it all day. But what I did was I paired it with a Bath & Body Works coconut lotion. And so I got a little bit of that extra coconut in it, and I really enjoyed the pairing of the two. So I'm going to definitely do that again. This is just a bright, juicy floral to me. It's bold, it's in your face, it lasts all day. I just think it's fun, and yeah, I really enjoy it. Now the next one is one that I've had for over a year now, and I love it. It is definitely an easy reach for me. Out of all the perfumes I have, this would be top, like #1 easy reach, and it's Olympia Aqua by Paco Rabanne. Now this one differs from the original Olympia because it has some citrus off the top. So to open, you have water notes, bergamot, orange petitgrain, and grapefruit. So definitely a lot of citrus. I don't really notice the water notes. I don't quite get that, but definitely get the citrus, but it's again a very warm citrus. So it's not bright and tart or crisp. It's more round and warm, if that makes sense. And then in the mid, you get ginger flower, jasmine, orange blossom, peach, and rose. Now, I don't notice the rose or peach at all. I think it'd be amazing if they amped up the peach in this, actually. But what I do get is that jasmine and the orange blossom for sure. And I do get a little bit of I wouldn't have known that it was ginger flower, but I definitely get a little ginger kick. It's a little bit fizzy. A little bit reminiscent, I would say, of Jean-Paul Gaultier's Classique Essence de Parfum, but a more like a softer, lighter version of that. And this definitely has more jasmine, whereas the Classique Essence has more orange blossom, I would say. And then in the base of this, you get salt, vanilla, ambergris, cashmere wood, sandalwood, and benzoin. So this one, as it dries down, you just get that vanilla salt combination like you're familiar with in the regular Olympia. So this one, I just find it's easy to put on. You can wear it for any occasion, shopping, whatever. It's not too fancy. It's not overpowering. It's still got a little sexy hint to it. It smells a little bit like, I know I said Classique Essence. There is a little bit of that from that ginger fizzy aspect, but it also kind of reminds me of like Alien Fusion. This doesn't have tuberose, but still kind of that warm. It's similar, like there's an alien type, like it has a bit of an alien vibe as well. But I'm thinking more Eau Sublime or Alien Fusion, kind of in that genre. It kind of fits with those perfumes. So if you like those ones, I think that you'd really like the Olympia Aqua. This one doesn't last quite as long as the Jasmine Wisp. This one I get about 5 hours, but it's really pretty. Nice projector, not overpowering. You could definitely wear this to work. I love it. I love this one. Now the next is something that I reach for if I'm really wanting a burst of joyful, fruity, fruity deliciousness. Okay, so this one's fruity, but this one's a little bit more in your face, a little bit obnoxious. This one is just flirty and beautiful and cheery and chipper, and it is Sophia by Sofia Vergara. Now I know I talk about these all the time, but This one is just gorgeous. You have blackberry, plum, and cassis in the opening. I definitely get the plum, but I love the plum in this. I'm not a huge plum fan, but this one just smells juicy and bright. It smells like a really ripe, flavorful plum. Oh, it's so good. Like I can see a lot of people liking this. Maybe some people would find this juvenile. I don't think it is. I think it's classy. If you find you want to smell classy but still fruity, try this one. It's really good. It has orchid, rose, and violet in the mid notes. I get a little bit of the rose, I guess. There's just kind of a floral component, but it's very soft. It's not in your face. It's not heady at all. Just kind of melds nicely with that plum, I think. You have woody notes, vanilla, and sandalwood in the base. I don't really get that. Like I can see a little bit of vanilla, maybe a bit of woods, but I don't notice that at all. I'm mainly getting that bit of like kind of round plum, you know, balanced with those florals and maybe a little vanilla. It's pretty linear, this one as well. But I think it is so pretty. It's so pretty. It's a mood lifter. It's a mood booster for sure, at least for me. And it was super affordable. I also find this one, like, you know, celebrity scents, a lot of times they don't last that long. I find that I get about 7 hours with this one. Like if I put it on like at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to notice it at 5 o'clock at night, no problem. So yeah, I really love this one. Next one I have is again one that's a bit polarizing, and it's Prada La Femme. Some people find this to be just kind of meh, like it's like it's okay, whatever. I just love this one. I've talked about this one enough. You guys know it reminds me of Miranda Priestley, a little bit of a snobby, bougie woman. Oh, it's so good. But what it reminds me of as well is warm sun. Like just kind of warm, sunny day. You're smelling the smells outside. Lots of florals in here. This is a bit heady. And it's gorgeous. I just love it. So in the opening of this one, you get magnolia, carrot seeds, and bergamot. I don't notice any of that bergamot really, but I get this warm, it's kind of a little bit of a warm sweetness, a little bit waxy. Yeah, that's the only way I can describe it. And then you get frangipani, ylang-ylang, tuberose, and I definitely notice the tuberose, and honestly, the yellow flowers, I can't distinguish which one is which, but definitely get that tuberose, but also this hit of yellow floral as well. And then it also has in the mids iris and spices. So when I first tried this on my hand, I just thought, ugh, it's too floral. All I smell is the tuberose. But then as I kept sniffing it, I started to get this little hint of spices. And I just thought it was gorgeous. And then in the dry down, you get beeswax, vanilla, and vetiver. So again, there's this waxy quality to this, a little bit of that honeyed feel. It's not a thick vanilla at all, just a very light, airy vanilla, I would say. The vetiver kind of melds with those spices to give you just a bit of depth to this. I just think it's gorgeous. It's waxy. It smells like clean, like really, really luxe shampoo. Not soap. I don't think it's soapy as much as it is shampoo-y, if that makes sense, or like a really luxe body wash. But I think more shampoo than anything. But also just this warm sense of sun, like sitting, like laying there in the Maldives and just having the sun like just hit your skin. And, you know, there's like, I don't know, as you walk into the lobby, there's like all these beautiful florals in there, and you get the heat, like the heat from and a bit of humidity mixed with like the magnolia and the tuberose and the ylang-ylang, just all these beautiful tropical florals, and it just smells divine. You smell divine, man, if you wear this. So that's what I get out of this one. To me, the bottle just says it all. You know, white and gold, that's what I think of when I put this one on. I just think it's beautiful. Now, I would wear this one definitely if I want to be a little bit more put together. This is the one I reach for. Kind of my two easy reaches in that category would be Elie Sable Parfum and Prada La Femme, but I tend to reach for this one more. It's just a little bit more complex to me than Elie Sable Parfum. I like both of them very much, but this one to me just has a little bit more sophistication somehow. So I really, really love this one. Which one do you love better? Would you go for Prada La Femme or Elie Sable Parfum? Just curious. Now, the last fragrance I want to share with you is, and again, thinking from a perspective of transitional weather, we're going kind of cold to moderate weather, would be Girl of Now Shine by Elie Sable. Now, this is like a gourmand, but where Girl of Now for me felt like I really liked it, but it fell a little bit flat. I found that I was wanting something extra. So even when I had Girl of Now on, I sprayed actually La Belle on because I was wanting some sort of juiciness to come, or a little bit of brightness to pair with that bit of warmth that comes from the nuts in this fragrance. This one has pineapple, pear, and mandarin orange, as well as pistachio in the top notes. I don't really get the pear or the mandarin really. I get more of that pineapple, but it's just enough of a juicy sweetness to balance this out for me anyway. So in the mid notes, you get bitter almond, jasmine, orange blossom, and ylang ylang. So kind of like that typical warm floral again. And in the base, you get vanilla, patchouli, and iris. I don't find this super patchouli heavy. I get the nuts, basically the nuts with that bit of vanilla in there, and then that pineapple. And I just think it's warm and cozy. But this one, I find that it just, you know, you can wear it anytime. It smells nice. I think I like the smell of it better than people around me. I'm not sure if anyone else really loves this fragrance. I know that my son and my husband, this isn't one that they would consider to be a favorite, but for whatever reason, this one just feels cozy and warm. It makes me happy. It makes me feel hugged somehow. So I enjoy reaching for this, especially if I'm feeling kind of, if I've got the doldrums. Like, so this is energizing. So I'll reach for this if I need something a little bit more invigorating and exciting. If I want something comforting, like a warm hug, I would go for something like this. If I want to smell put together, I'll reach for this one. If I just don't know what to reach for, I'll reach for this one. And if I want to smell a little bit bold and in your face, maybe even a bit obnoxious, we'll go for this one. So hope that makes sense. Hope that you enjoyed. What are your easy reaches? What are you gravitating towards right now? I would love to know, and tell me what you think of these fragrances. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Yeah, to me, it's really important to realize that we all like different things, and there's room for us all. Like, we're all unique. I think that the olfactory aspect of this is just another example of absolutely how unique we are. The fact that all of us get something just slightly different. The fact that when we put it on our skin, the fragrance changes and kind of melds with us. So it almost becomes our own personal fragrance. That's why I don't care if something's popular or not. What difference does it make? As soon as I put it on, it's going to smell, it's going to take on me. Like, I mix with the fragrance, and it becomes something different on me than it does on you. So I love that. I love the fact that our noses pick up different things, that we don't all like the same things. The variety, the intricacies, all of it is just, to me, fabulous. You are fabulous. I am fabulous, even if we don't like the same things. So I would love to know what your thoughts are on these, and I guess that's it. So I hope you have an amazing week. I will talk to you soon.